entertainment, and educational purposes, focusing on the life, career, and legacy of Elvis Presley. While we aim to provide accurate and engaging material, certain elements may include personal opinions, creative interpretation, or historical speculation. This channel is not affiliated with, endorsed by, or connected to Elvis Presley Enterprises, Graceland, or any official estate representatives. All images, audio, video, and references are used under fair use for commentary, research, and educational discussion. Viewers are encouraged to verify historical details through official sources. The creators of this channel make no claims of ownership over copyrighted material and assume no liability for how the content is interpreted or used. By watching, you agree to these terms and acknowledge the content is provided for entertainment only.
I like my new splash screen.
Ooh.
Nice, huh?
Mm.
Y'all let us know what you think about our new background, my new splash screen. I'll edit it every week right there for what the show's about. There's Eric. Ho, ho, ho. hey.
Looking good, looking good.
Yeah. We got a lot set for today, man. I worked on it all night, putting up different. This is an eventful week in the history of Elvis, so we got some cool stuff to share. We're going to go ahead and finish watching that. We'll watch that Graceland film, the Christmas at Graceland, because that's not what kicked us off here. So you guys are going to love this when I tell you. Let's say hey everybody. Kyle, hey, Carrie, welcome. Natalie, hello, and Charlie.
Welcome, welcome, welcome.
Yeah. Eric, that's a new one. Eric. Who's Eric? Eric?
Eric?
I don't know what you're talking about, Kyle. Eric. Anyway. Oh, I call him Eric. I do that all the time. I don't know why, but Kyle. Anyway, hi Kyle. Not Eric. I don't know where Eric. Hey Jerry. Hello, Lori. So I got a lot of stuff, man. We're going to get through this. I got some cool videos. And like I said, we're going to go ahead and watch Christmas in Graceland because believe it or not, for those of you who follow us, have seen us play that trailer that's out, that new trailer that came out a week and a half ago or 2 weeks ago from the Boz, Mr. Boz on Epic. And we've played it. Well, guess what? Yesterday we played it and they kicked us off. So now you can't play it anymore. So that's what kicked us off. We could have, once we got back to, we got back online, I could have just finished the movie, but the concert. So we're going to play that. I got a couple other short videos. Today, 55 years ago today is the day that Elvis went to go visit Mr. Richard Nixon at the White House. So I got a few things about that. Got some pictures, but hard to believe, 55 years, huh?
Wow.
Time flies.
I looked a lot better then than I do now.
Yeah, I was 13. So I don't think I was, I think I just started shaving. I think that was the last time I shaved when I was 13. I hate shaving with a passion.
Yeah.
All right. So anyway, let us know what you think about our new splash screen right there. This is the main scene we come to. And so I decorated, I got Graceland in the background and kind of feature some of our stuff. So web page is updated with all the events for this week. And we got some cool trivia. This is gonna be an interesting trivia day. Who else we got in here? Anybody? Oh, Johan, hello. Tracy, ho ho ho. Everybody going ho 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 now. Kirsty's here. I got a few fake things that I know that they're fake, or some of them. I want to get her feedback on some of them. There's a few stupid things out there, and I got a video I made. There's so much news that came out, stupid freaking news, and that's one thing I don't like about Facebook is when you sit there and you read some of these stupid dumbass stories that aren't true. I kind of like this, it's a joke, so I just go ahead and give them their 5 minutes of stupidity. So one of these things, news flash, DNA proves that Bob Joyce is Elvis.
Bollocks.
Yeah. So I did a couple of years ago. I got on that kick about Bob Joyce back when I was doing stuff, by myself before you got it. You'll always have to find work for me, Rick. So anyway, I made a video that proves that he's not Bob Joyce. Outside the fact that he looks nothing like him, he's got earlobes that you can hang chandeliers off of. He's got a gap you could drive a small car through between his teeth. He's just that's what I was going to do. He's going to turn himself looking like some moron, and he can't sing. The man can't sing worth a lick. But anyway, I'm going to share with you a video I made a few years ago. It's real short. It's like 40 seconds long.
Elvis ليس بوب جويس.
Elvis non è Bob Joyce.
エルビスはボブ・ジョイスではありません。
Libera enim non Bob Lucretius.
Elvis no es Bob Joyce.
Elvis ist nicht Bob Joyce.
猫王不是鲍勃·乔伊斯。
Elvis это не Bob Joyce.
Elvis is not Bob Joyce. Elvis is not Bob Joyce. Elvis is not Bob Joyce.
Wait till you see the next
Elvis is not Bob Joyce.
Sign language. Elvis is not Bob Joyce. And Braille, too. You got to put your hand on the screen to feel it. I thought, they want to be stupid. Natalie goes, what the fuck? See, we're going to have fun today. All right, what else I got here? What is this? Oh, that's for the, we'll go through that. That's the highlights for the week. Blue Moon, fan club, insight. Okay, so this is, I'm going to go through some of these short videos that I found. I was going to show this yesterday, but after I got kicked off, I was kind of like a little irritated about getting kicked off. It sent me all out of I got notes and everything here. Next thing you know, I'm at the main part of what we were going to do and was shut us down, So I got like at the other monitor, I got this big old scene of what I need to do today. Don't forget this. And I got, anyway, you know me. So I come across this. It's called The Inside of an Elvis. This is by John Daly. I guess he does that EP pawn shop, whatever, in Memphis. Mm-hmm. And so this is kind of interesting. It's only a couple minutes long, but it's pretty interesting. Called The Inside of an Elvis Worn Jumpsuit.
This is John Daly from the EP Boulevard Pawn Shop in Memphis, and I'm going to show you a real Elvis jumpsuit up close. This is the aqua blue vine jumpsuit. Elvis wore this August-September of 1973 in Las Vegas, and it made an appearance again in March of 1974 in Tulsa, Hampton Roads, Virginia, and Richmond, Virginia. The jumpsuit was obtained by Jimmy Velvet in 1978 from Ginger Alden. He said it was around $10,000, and he thought people said that he was crazy.
No sound.
This is what caught me about this video, was the comment that Jimmy Velvet got this jumpsuit from Ginger Alden.
Yeah, that stood out for me too. I was like, what the fuck?
Why would she have one of his jumpsuits?
And who would give her the authority to give it out anyway?
What?
I mean, if he obtained it in 78, that would mean Vernon was still alive. So surely, according to his will, Vernon was in charge. So who gave her the authority to give it out?
Yeah, see, that's what. And I got something I'm going to share. We're going to do Decoded again this weekend. And I was kind of going through some highlights in conspiracy and all that. And I'm just going to I'm going to do some teasers of some of the stuff I have found out about this. And it's just like, are you freaking kidding me? What's real and what's not? I'm telling you, she stole shit. Oh, I have no doubt in my mind she stole stuff. Are you kidding me?
Of course.
Anyway, so let's finish this video.
As Elvis was dead, that he bought the jumpsuit. In 1994, the jumpsuit was sold in the Butterfield auction and then passed through a couple of collectors. The takeaway was really cool. The 𝐰𝐞𝐥𝐜𝐿 Costumes Company tag. If you look, there's heavy stains from wear on stage, which indicated, Elvis sweated heavily into it. The weight from the stones, and this is without the cape and the belt, these are very heavy. The jumpsuits are very heavy. There was a lot of weighted stones. So, if you actually ever get a chance to hold one of Elvis's jumpsuits, it's like actually like holding a small person. Like they have a lot of weight to them.
Why would he not have weighted?
The jumpsuit in October of 2016 was sold via the Graceland auction for $325,000. These are great investments if you ever want to buy a real jumpsuit, and now resides in a private collection. So I hope that you have enjoyed the photos of Elvis in the jumpsuit and the video of this jumpsuit actually up close and not on a mannequin. Thanks for watching, and be sure to subscribe for more Elvis content like this.
You got the freaking thing on? I can see me trying to squeeze my fat ass into one of those things. I could use it as a sock for one of my feet.
And
So, yeah, that's what caught me about it. I was watching it and got to the point where it said Jimmy Velvet got it from Jim. And Tracy's right. They were all vultures, man. Every one of them there.
And you paid so much money for a supposed authentic jumpsuit, but you gonna wear it just for one photo that you put in a 2-minute short. Like, don't tell me that.
I should check with Dylan. Might know whether there's a book out there about all the jumpsuits and where they're at. That'd be a pretty good, interesting book to find out, to be able to follow them. When they sell and who's got it now. I know that some of the suits that are at Graceland in the museum on display, some of them are owned by outside people. They just lease them to Graceland. Hello, Banjo Paul.
Welcome, Banjo Paul. Speaking of the devil, last night we spoke of you, and now he is appeared.
Bingo, Banjo. Bingo, Banjo. All right, so I thought that was kind of interesting on that. Let's see. So that was that one inside. I'm going to finish this one. Okay, so what is this image? Okay, so this for those of you who don't remember or don't know, is 55 years ago today that Elvis went to go visit Nixon. And I got a short little video that Kyle sent me some links and some information, so I put something together today for today. And so here's a slideshow of of that event right there. You got Elvis, and that's the note that he wrote to. Hey Sally, yeah, that's the note that he wrote to Nixon. Let me see if I can enlarge it right here. He really didn't have the best handwriting. Look at all the phone numbers. All his phone numbers. Look at all in Palm Springs, Memphis, Colonel. Good Lord. Private and confidential. Look at that. Look at his writing. But he had a pretty clean. Once you have a signature, you pretty much get used to it, anyways. But his signature was fairly,
straightforward.
Yeah, that's it. Straightforward. Thank you. That's what I was trying to. All right. So here's I think our very first watch party we did was from the archives at White House, where all the people involved. It was about an hour and a half long, and they told the whole story. That was a good video. That was pretty good. I enjoyed watching that. But here's a little 11-minute video with with Jerry Phillips, Jerry Schilling. I need notes up here. Do not call Kyle Eric. Do not call Jerry Schilling Jerry Phillips. I don't know why I do that, man. All right, here we go.
I was asleep. And I get a call, and I wake up, and I go, "Who is this?" And he said, "It's me." I said, "Oh, Elvis, where are you?" I think he was in Dallas changing planes. And I said, "Who's with you?" And he said, "Nobody." And he said, "I don't want anybody to know where I am. Would you pick me up at the airport in L.A.?" We were at LAX. We drove up to his plane. Elvis was the last person off. And he's walking down these steps. But that's when he proceeded to tell me that we had to take all the stewardesses home. So we took 4 stewardesses to their individual places. And we get to the Hillcrest house. And Elvis is pretty tired. So he went to sleep. Here I am sitting, basically the only person in the world knowing where Elvis Presley is. Elvis gets up Sunday afternoon. We have coffee. It was really quite nice. There was nobody in the world but me and Elvis. Just kind of catching up. He was in a great mood. He started telling me, I left Memphis, you know. Everybody's worried about me spending too much money, and he said, so I just cut out. I think he took the first plane that left Memphis, and I think it wound up in Washington, D.C. He checked into a hotel and didn't know what to do. Went back to the airport, took a flight to Dallas, and then called me. So I'm hearing all these stories, and then he says, as it starts getting about sunset, "Jerry, I need you to go to Washington with me. If I go with you, I gotta ask you, people probably think you're kidnapped. Priscilla, Vernon," he said, "you can call Graceland, tell him I'm okay, and get Sonny to meet us up there." I didn't know it was gonna be a historic meeting. I didn't even know what we were gonna do in Washington. I'm not sure if he did. We had no money. I just didn't have any money. Elvis didn't have any on him. He had a credit card. It was Sunday night, and he had a checkbook at the house. So the limousine driver knew somebody that might cash a check. So we drive on the way to the airport. I get the check cashed, $500. We get to the airport, and they board Elvis and I first. We took an all-night flight on American Airlines, and we're sitting up in first class, and it was around Christmas time, and it was Vietnam time. All these soldiers were coming on, and Elvis was saying hello, and he got into a real heavy conversation with one of them, and he kind of elbows me, and he goes, "Where's that money?" And I said, "What money?" He said, "The $500. I said, "Elvis, we're going to Washington. That's all we have." He goes, "You don't understand. This guy's going home from Vietnam to see his family." Gave him the whole $500. So we were penniless again. I'm traveling with Elvis Presley, going to Washington, D.C. And, okay, fine, you kind of, get used to that with Elvis. En route, Elvis asked me if I thought that there might be some stationery on the plane. And I said, well, I'll ask one of the stewardesses. And she came back with American Airlines stationery. I'd never seen Elvis write a letter in my life. And I think he only wrote 4 or 5 in his whole life. He's sitting there writing away. I'm thinking, this is pretty weird. So he said, "I'm writing this letter to the president. Would you proofread it for me?" I read the letter, and it was real sincere from Elvis as a American citizen to his president. It was very respectful. It's not a bad written letter, actually. A lot of grammar stuff. His penmanship looked like a doctor's writing. But I said, "You know what, Elvis, is perfect, just like it is." So he said, "Okay, good." And he seals it up. We get to Washington about daybreak. Elvis said, "I want to drop the letter by the White House." Well, you got to picture this. Not quite daylight. Elvis has a cane. He has this cape with a high collar. His hair's very long at this point for Elvis. And he jumps out of the back of the limousine White House security, I mean, they think there's a terrorist or something. I don't know what they thought back then, but I see it. This is not good. And so I jump out, and I said, excuse me, but this is Mr. Elvis Presley. He wrote a letter to the president. He just wanted to drop it off, and they were wonderful. We'll make sure that Mr. Presley's letter gets taken to the president. So we go now to the Washington Hotel, the hotel where Elvis had stopped in before he came and got me. And he said, Jerry, you stay here. I'm going to John Findlater's office. Here's my number, but you stay here for the president's call. I go, yeah, sure. I read all these Howard Hughes books, and I'm thinking, he'd leave people in a hotel for a year. So I'm checking out the menu. I could be here a long time. What Elvis's mission was to go to the Federal Bureau of Narcotics and Dangerous Drugs. Through rock and roll, he felt it was kind of promoting a drug culture, and he felt with his influence behind the scenes, he could make things a little better, and that's why he wanted this badge. Elvis is gone about 40 minutes. I get a call from the White House. It's 𝐫𝐞𝐥𝐜 on the White House staff. The president has read Mr. Presley's letter and would like to see him in 30 minutes. So I called this number Elvis left me, and the head of the Federal Bureau of Narcotics and Dangerous Drugs answers the phone. He goes, yeah. And I said, excuse me, this is Mr. Schilling. Is Elvis Presley there? And he said, who is this? And I told him, and he said, okay. And Elvis gets on the phone, and he's really down. He goes, I'm not doing any good here, because Findlater would not give him the badge. And I said, well, Elvis, you just got a call. The president wants to see you at the White House in 30 minutes. So I'm out in front of the hotel. About this point, Sonny arrives from Memphis. I say, Sonny, throw your luggage there with the bellman. We're on the way to the White House. Elvis pulls up, and we go to the White House. So they proceed to take Elvis to the Oval Room, and they tell Sonny and I that, it's too bad, but we can't, nobody can go but Elvis. It's a security thing. And, we go, Elvis is pretty hard to say no to. He said, it's out of the president's. It's a Secret Service decision. It's out of the president's hands. Elvis is such a charmer. He knows right what to say to the right people, and the phone rings. The president wants to meet Mr. Presley's friends. So they take us down to the Oval Room. I never will forget this scene. The president didn't come to the door. Elvis came to the door. You would have thought it was Graceland, I swear. And he's in a great mood, and he opens the door, and the Oval Room goes way out, and it comes down, and I see at the end President Nixon signing something, and I froze. And Elvis thought I was scared. So he kind of pushes me and started laughing. He said, oh, it's okay. Don't be afraid. And Elvis introduces us to Nixon, and we're in the Oval Room of the White House. I really kind of flashed back on a couple of poor kids in North Memphis had come a long way. We were here with the President of the United States in the Oval Room of the White House. Elvis had really taken me a long way from where I grew up and came from, and he had come a long way himself. I realize Elvis has gotten President Nixon to override the head of the Federal Bureau of Narcotics and Dangerous Drugs to get Elvis a narcotics badge. The badge comes over. I mean, Elvis was beaming. He had been on a quest for a year to get this badge.
I didn't know that much about him except what I had read. But as I talked to him, I sensed, too, that basically he's a very shy man. The flamboyance was covering up the shyness.
Here's one of the most conservative presidents.
He's very shy, but he walks over to Nixon's desk and starts rummaging through the drawers.
Yeah, start shopping behind his desk.
Yeah, well, they got wives, too. Can you get them?
And don't forget, just a few years before, This was the guy that was a threat to the world, Elvis Presley. You know, the establishment certainly was afraid of what he was promoting.
People say that because later on it was found that he had used drugs, that therefore he could not be a good example. They overlooked the fact that he never used illegal drugs. It was always drugs prescribed by his physician. But I think that he was a very sincere and decent man.
They became friends. I mean, this tells you the charm of Elvis Presley. He was so happy. He was proud that the president received him. He shared pictures of Priscilla and Lisa with the president. It was an interesting thing because I saw two greats at the top, but not at the top of their game at the top. And I think they both recognized that in each other. And I think there was some kind of mutual understanding. And, you know, they kept in contact. Well, you know, he spent the next weeks showing the badge to everybody. He had everybody come to Graceland. He actually, I didn't make that trip because it's before I went back to work for him. He went back to Washington. He was going to see Hoover. Hoover wouldn't see him.
Yeah, they don't tell the whole story. Who else he saw while he was there, but you know, it's an interesting story. I thought that outfit he wore, what he wore there, is probably, as far as I consider, one of the top 5 outfits I've ever seen him in. And he wore that jacket. That jacket was used, I think, in the '68 special. In one of the bar scenes, or nightclub scenes. And then I think he wore it also, too, when he won the 10 Outstanding Men.
That was my promise to Nixon to make a public appearance on this forum.
You just did a good Nixon, man. Very good. Very cool, man. All right, so here's some fake stuff that came out. Not all of them are pictures, but it's ridiculous, some of the stuff. Got this one. Talking about, let me read this at the beginning. It's so obnoxious. In 2026, audiences will experience Elvis Presley like never before. Epic is not a tribute, not a reenactment. It's the real Elvis. And look at the freaking picture.
Yeah.
Elvis, restored, real, alive. That doesn't even look like Elvis.
No.
Obnoxious. Very obnoxious. Okay. There's another fake one. Now, I think this is real, but sometimes I kind of give a second look.
No, it's Dinkum.
It's real? You think it's real?
Yeah.
I think Tracy will definitely know. I gotta enlarge this stupid thing.
Wah, 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 wah.
Is that what you were looking for? Kirsty said it's AI. It's not real. I've never seen this before. No way that's real. Yeah, now that I see it a little bit more blown up, it's just like, oh, geez, look at.
Okay, yeah. No, yeah.
Looks like he should be wearing tights and a tutu. Yeah, of course. Now this was obviously not real, but let me see what it says here. It says, just 17 days after finishing his Lake Tahoe shows, Elvis Presley was back on the road. No rest, no pause. 12 concerts in 11 days. Every venue packed. To the world, he seemed unstoppable. Now, take a look at this.
that looks like Liberace in a jumpsuit.
Yeah, but take a look at the pant legs.
Jeez.
Look at the size of them. I mean, it's just like, and the shoes look like loafers. Then he's got this fringe on there. That's just. What did Tracy say? That's no way. Not real. Definitely. Okay, that was the one I just showed, so I can get rid of that. So I thought that was interesting. So now we've been doing a coat poll. We did the butt poll. We missed it last week, so a few people sent in some extra pictures. So let's take a look at the Okay, these are the pictures of the coats that are in the running. This is the one that won the first week, right there. All right, and this is the one that lost. So those aren't going to be in the running today. Here's the rest of the pictures that have been submitted. That one, him coming out of the up top with the eye doctor. That one, that's so cool. That freaking cigar, black leather gloves. He's just like freaking cool. Black leather overcoat, trench coat. Back in the 50s, another trench coat. I think all the ladies love this one. Satin for F's sake. There's one with there's the fur coat. I love this coat. That one right there. I'm not a real big fan of that one. Looks like it's almost too big for them. All right, so we have 10 coats that have been submitted. 2 of them are already out. We got one that's will go into the next round. So let me get rid of that. So these are the 2 we're voting for. That's number 1, and that's number 2. And where is the poll? Okay, so hit pound 1 if you like 1, or pound 2 if you like 2. Start voting, and we'll see which one goes into the next round. Look at that! I already got votes going. Number 2's at the lead. I can't do a narrator, sports narrator.
Yeah, I must say in this instance.
Oh, okay. Yeah, let me get that. While they're voting, she posted a picture. All right. Oh wow. Unbelievable. I'll show this to you when we get finished. This is wild. Thanks, Kirsty. I like this one. All right, so let me close Discord. Wow, we got 7 votes. So we got 7 votes for. Well, I figured that one was gonna win anyways. So let's let it go. 8 votes. I think we know the winner. We're going to give you 1 more minute. It's a very bad drum roll.
It's pretty close though.
Yeah.
It's pretty close.
First one is from his eye appointment. Yeah. Second is Sonny's wedding, I believe. You are correct, Dylan. Hey, Dylan, I don't know if you just popped in or if you heard a few minutes ago, Kyle said that that Graceland, I think it was Graceland, has some books on it. Is there any books or anything out there that's ever been published that has all the jumpsuits in it and where they are today, whether they're at Graceland or a private collection or anything like that? Let me know. They use the real pictures, the base image, and create something similar. All right, so poll's over. We know. Okay, so no, that one goes on to the next round. So next week, let me close the poll. So the poll is over. 9 votes to 2. Pretty good. So number 2 will move on. That'll come out, and then what'll happen is next week. Let me close those 2. Okay, that's not what I want. Okay, yeah, that's the one that's going to go next week. So anyway, and then next week, the ones we vote for will be the black leather overcoat, and then the trench coat, the Columbo coat, I call it. So that's what we vote for next week. So we got 2 in the running. Once we get all that done, then once we can finish the rounds, there'll be 5 rounds. And maybe you know what? I'm going to start making it 3 per one because this will take it forever. And we'll get it, and then we'll do a final vote for those. And isn't the black leather from the forum? I have no idea. He didn't wear black leather. I don't know. That's a good question, but I don't know. So that one is done. What's this? Oh, that's Scooby. Okay. All right. So okay, now we've got a new introduction here for the Coffee Date Show. So we have hired the Rev to do our intro for our coffee dates. Oh, that's there he is. That's the Rev. Flying above, high and above. Kyle made this. he's got the collar and everything. That's a good one, huh?
Very cool.
Yeah, so we'll come back to that one. Let me get rid of that so I can get these off my notes. All right, so let's go back to here. And where's the Rev? Where is the Rev? Oh, here we go.
Hallelujah and praise the King. Elvis, that is, brothers and sisters. This is Reverend Clayton Carothers, your old-time Pentecostal preacher, taking a holy sip of whiskey to warm the old bones, welcoming y'all to the Elvis-A-Z YouTube channel's Sunday live stream, A Coffee Date with Elvis Fans. Oh, glory be, we're diving into the swivel-hipped wonders of the King from A to Z, sharing stories and temptations sweeter than a blue suede flirt. With Christmas just days away in Memphis, let's raise our mugs or flasks and celebrate that hunka-hunka holiday spirit shaking up Graceland. Gather round, flock, for this coffee date's full of gentle twists that'll have you smiling like Adam after a peek in the garden. Amen. And let's get this live stream rolling.
I thought that was pretty good. All right, here's
Smiling lad.
Is this going to cover up what we see right here real quick? But let me make sure I don't have anything that's going to hide it. All right, sorry. There's the picture. The one on the right's the real. The one on the left is
yeah.
So they just fucked around with his face. His nose is different on the left. His his lips are different. But anyways, wow. I mean, what? Why? My question is why. I mean, the first one is just is better, I think. The leather trench coat is in L.A. Okay, yeah, that's that. So he must have wore that when because I saw him in '74 in L.A. So he must have wore that. Good catch there, Dylan. All right, I got that, so I can delete that. And next we are going to do our originals. The original song, and then you're going to have to guess what the song is going to be. We do this every week. I have fun with this one. I enjoy this. All right, y'all ready? Here's the first one. I only got 4 seconds to. This is really interesting because the title of this song is actually different than what Elvis did. But anyway, here we go. Freaking loud, but one more time.
Hey, Memphis, won't you? Hey, Memphis, won't you? Hey, Memphis, won't you kiss me once or twice? Make me feel so nice I'd never run. Hey, Memphis, I want you.
Sister, don't you kiss me once or twice and say it's very nice and then you run.
The original was called Hey Mister. And Elvis changed the name to Little Sister. Because obviously it was a woman singing the original. The original was done by Laverne Baker. who Elvis was a big fan of. And that was done in 1950.
Wow.
Yeah. Very cool, huh? No.
Yeah, I sort of got it. I thought, wait, hang on. This sounds vaguely familiar from somewhere. It's just the 4 seconds was just too short.
The other ones have a little more. We got 8 to 15 seconds on the rest of them, but no, I would. It sounds like an early Beatles number. That's a good point. Elvis should have done Mohair Sam. All right, so here's the next one. We got 10 seconds of this one. This came out in 1953. Here we go again. Bearcat, that's funny. Any guesses?
Jeez.
Kirsty got it. Good job. Here we go.
Gee. Yeah, I would have also said the Tarzan song.
What's that?
I would have also said the Tarzan song.
George of the Jungle. George of the Jungle.
Watch out for that tree. Quite catchy though. You can see why Elvis did it.
But if you cross my path, you take your own.
I tell you what, I haven't found one yet. I mean, some of the originals are pretty good, catchy, but what Elvis does with them is just magic.
Who did the original that?
That was done by Rufus Thomas. He was.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah, he's from Sun Records and all that. What's up? I miss Elvis and Lisa Marie. Okay, so the next one, got 3 more here. I'm trying to get them off the screen there. So, okay, what's I got on this one? I have 11 seconds. This was gonna floor you when you hear it. Any guesses? One more time, and I'll take it right on. I'm going to take it right in. Well, yeah, but that's the whole part about it, Dylan. I keep it from the lyrics because the second you hear the lyrics, you're going to know it. It's the beat and everything. All right, here we go. I'm going to take it right in. Wooden heart.
I forgot to remember to forget it.
Good Lord.
That I soon forget wherever we met.
Wow. What a difference, huh?
Jeez.
Oh.
Jeez.
Yeah. All right, so that was that one. Let's see, I got 2 more here. I forgot to remember. Kirsty got it. I know we got a delay here, so she got that one. All right, so I got 8 seconds there. That was my wife blowing her nose.
Gesundheit.
It hurts me. Here we go again. Yeah, those are good guesses. It hurts me in Kentucky Rain. All right, you guys ready? Here we go.
This is the moment.
Wow.
I've waited for. This is the moment.
The original was done by Andy Williams in 1957.
Wow. Yeah, you're right, Tracy. This just goes to prove that he was a very underrated producer. Because some of those songs, you hear the original and then you hear his versions like two separate galaxies. Never mind two different worlds. I mean, I would have never thought the original of Little Sister was something completely different. Yeah, same here. And a lot of those songs too, you think that Elvis is the original is done by Elvis.
Yeah, I thought Little Sister was an original till I got this. I didn't realize that one was done. Now, I forgot to remember was not original. Hawaiian Wedding Song I thought was an original.
Yeah,
I thought
same.
that was written for the movie.
Yeah.
It's actually a Bing Crosby original, right? I don't know why some of them. I use SoundHound to tell me the date and who the originals were because I have trouble trying to find them. But anyway, we got one more. This is a good one. 15 seconds I got on this one. You're gonna drop a log on this one, man. Like Bing Crosby did Blue Hawaii in the 40s in one of his travel movies with Bob Hope, I think. Yeah. Sounds like a demo of Change of Habit. Ooh, I don't hear Change of Habit in that. Ooh, that's a good guess.
Yeah, that bass, I'm cracking up.
It kind of has it does have kind of that that beat, like clean up your own backyard. Backboard preacher preaching at me. Tell me everybody on you.
That did go too far. It dropped the key off his
I'm like a stranger, on hometown. I feel like a stranger.
Wow.
All right, before I get kicked off, I've been kicked off enough lately.
Who would have ever thought Stranger in My Own Hometown would sound good as like a swing tune?
Yeah.
When you hear that bass amp, how old that bass amp is, that speaker can't handle that low note. That poor speaker on that bass amp was cracking up in the original like something else. Did you hear it?
Yeah. Yeah.
But that's how they got that sound back in those days. Later they learn how to manipulate that sound, but that's how they would get that cracking sound. Just crank the amp up until it can't go anymore and hope to hell the speaker lasts for the take.
Yeah. No.
Gee.
You're right. All right, so that's so I got a little bit more trivia here for you guys. So this you guys are going to Google this. So I want to see what the quickest. Who can get this the quickest?
Okay, hold up. Let me get ChatGPT on standby here.
Yeah. Which movie of Elvis's was his 14th?
Blue Hawaii.
Huh? No.
Blue Hawaii.
Which movie was Which movie was his 14th movie?
Don't know. I've never studied them. That's a good question, though.
That's a good trivia question. I mean, you'll find it real quick, but yeah, I just want to see how quick because I can guarantee you there's a lot of people out there that know.
There'll be someone that will know. Yeah.
Yeah. Number 14, his 14th movie. Nope, wasn't Viva. Can you repeat that, please? Which movie was his 14th movie? Charlie got it. Kissing Cousins. One more. I'll do one more. I'll do two more. Yeah, Kissing Cousins was his 14th movie. Number 9. Number 9? Number 9? I can generally think about them and get it all the way until around the 10th movie. Then after that, I have to stop and think until it starts getting towards like Double Trouble and Clam Bacon. I can finish them out. But I'll give you a hint. It's my favorite movie of Elvis's.
Okay.
So for all of you who know and been following me, know my favorite movie of Elvis's. The number 9 is Charlie Got It Again.
Yep.
Follow that dream. All right, one more. 23. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, 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 boom. I think 23 was done in 66. Yeah, I'm the same way, Kirsty. I can get all the way up to Follow That Dream or Kid Galahad, but Natalie got
Charlie just gave away his secrets. Sitting right next to my cabinet that has all his movies. So Charlie's sitting there going 1, 2, 3, 4.
Well, transparency, man. Transparency. Yeah. All right. So, anyway, all right.
Popping up.
It still drops me though for some reason. You can hear me now, right?
Yeah.
Can you hear me? For some reason, it just drops out for a second. I can come back. So, all right. So let me go through this stuff because we got a busy week of stuff coming up this week, and it's all on the website. So check out. I'm not going to access it now because there's a lot on there, but I've got all of our events for this week. So every Sunday, I'm going to. Actually, I'll probably do it Saturday night. I will post every event, everything that we're doing that week, radio and the book chat and the Zoom movies and all that. So I think, well, for example, on Christmas Day, you're joining me on that, right, Cam? The Christmas Day.
Yeah.
At 3 p.m. in the afternoon, our time, we're going to do 2 hours of radio live chat. Is that okay? 2 hours, or do you want to do just 1 hour? We could go a little bit earlier. It's Christmas Day. We can go a little bit earlier, actually. You guys tell us, but I know a lot of people will be doing stuff on Christmas Day. So if you just throw it in the background for some Christmas music, it's all Christmas and some gospel music. That's all that's going to be played for those 2 hours, and we're going to take requests from everybody, but we're going to just have fun, do just a holiday. So that's Wednesday, this coming Wednesday. So I hope you guys can join us on that. I did an hour of gospel music this morning. Chat. We had a nice little chat and some requests. I forgot how to tune in Germany. Tune in into Blue Moon Radio. You'll have to do it off of a VPN, Johan. But anyway, so every Sunday we do a gospel hour. Right now, I've decided I'm going to do it live every other week, and then we'll do a pre-recorded show in the weeks before, afterwards. That way, because I don't want to overload myself with that. So that's what's coming up this week. Tuesday, we got the Zoom movie. It's Elvis. This is Elvis. 2 showings, 3 and 8. So join us for that. If I'll have the links put up on Discord. If you need the link by email, let me know. I'll email you the link. I've got 3 people that I send the links to regularly on Sunday. But if you join Discord, I'm up to 40 people on Discord now, so I'm really excited about that. So we're starting to build. It's got a lot of chat going on. So join it. It's fucking better than Facebook, guys. Much better. Can't make it, guys. I'm hosting Christmas dinner for my family. We'll catch on replay. Blue Moon. Well, yeah, I'll be recording it, so I'll put it on a replay. You know what I'll do? I'll record it, and then I'll set it to play again that same day later. I'll have it play again later in the day. So you just have to go to Blue Moon, and it'll be an event. The Christmas Eve 3 p.m. book chat I should be around for. I'll be with my brother. Yeah, there you go. I thought about doing it later, but then 3 o'clock on a Christmas day. Like I said, I know a lot of people will be doing stuff, but hopefully we'll be playing some music. So we'll be playing. Elvis is going. Christmas is going to be a focal point that day. So there'll be a lot of Elvis. I'll create some events and just let them play through the day, but we'll do the live then. Friday, you guys got to join us on our Friday nights.
Yeah, they building momentum now. They're really starting to take off now.
Yeah, we're having a blast on Friday nights at 10 o'clock, man. And I don't know how to describe it because I don't want to say that adult content, but it does get suggestive on some things. But it's not out of line. But we have fun with it. We have the weather and traffic reports. So, and we take requests and we just have a blast. We rock it, man. We play some great rock and roll when we're doing that. This is the new fan club. Kyle made that thing on the left with the blue suede shoes. Now there's another one. Do I have it? I don't know if I have the other one. I'll have to see if I find it. I'll have to find it. Well, he's got Elvis on the front too. Now, being that we're working on trying to get approved by EPE for a fan club, I can't use Elvis's image or stuff like that right now until we get their approval. For us to get approval, we got to show that we've been along the guidelines, So we've been working on that. What else? Did I miss another one? I got that. So Blue Moon Radio on Friday. And of course, our normal shows that you know about, the coffee date, the watch party, and Inside the Studio. We had a great Inside the Studio yesterday. Great, 3 great songs. I mean, it was a good show. So catch the replay if you can. That was a lot of fun. Okay, so that covers all that. Now, we have Decoded. We're going to be, you know what, I didn't put up the book chat, did I? Oh, yeah, here it is. So on Wednesday, I'm starting to do this. We started Decoded. We started discussing Decoded on last Wednesday, and we want, 2.5 hours?
Yeah.
And I'm gonna share the screen of the books right now in a second here. So 3 p.m. on Wednesdays, we discuss Decoded. We're going through it little by little. I don't think we made it past the first 3 sections. There's small sections of it's chronological, but it was a great discussion. And we watched a video interview with Patrick Lacey, who wrote the book, and he really did his homework. And so he references a lot of other people on certain points. We'll get to that in a second. Join us. It's a great discussion. If you're interested in having a discussion about Elvis, after he passes away and all the rumors and all that. Now, I'm going to share with you something today that I was highlighting to the book Conspiracy. Actually, you know what? Let's get to that because I want to watch that one video that we didn't get to finish yesterday.
I must have been I must have been a forensic pathologist in my previous life because I like looking at things like that from a medical perspective. Because I sort of put myself in the middle and I look at all possibilities from all angles and all sides.
Yeah, I love
That kind of,
this.
I'm like you in that sense. It just the stuff makes sense to me. It's like I'm almost going on a treasure hunt in my mind, kind of thing.
It throws it makes you think about a lot of things. They discuss all the stuff about people saying he's alive and all that, and of course, I know for just the way he anyway. They discuss that in the book Conspiracy, written by Dick Grove. He does kind of the same thing, and they kind of there's some little bit of differences between the two books. Now, the one thing I do take into account now, I don't know a whole lot about Dick Grove, as far as his history and all that, and him as far as being honest. I don't. I get the impression he was a pretty straightforward guy, and because he wasn't with Elvis for very long. I just think about 2 or 3 years, right? I can't remember. If anybody knows, let me
No,
know.
he was there for a while. I think he was there from like 69 to I think around about 74, if I'm not mistaken, guys.
Yeah, something like that, 3 or 4 years. But yeah, I'm going to share something with you in the book that I kind of highlight. This might peak. It's a little teaser. And my jaw dropped here, sitting here looking at this. Like, are you freaking kidding me? And they have discussions in this book with the ambulance drivers. They have discussions with all the people that were involved. They have a timeline for different things, and it's pretty interesting. Now, with this book, this is decoded. Now, I put it all in a PDF now because it's just easier, obviously. But this is what we discussed last week. Everything's highlighted. Now, when we start,
Yeah.
the first question is going to be. Let me move this over because I can't read the comments there. I'm going to hide this a little bit. There we go. So we'll be the beginning. We discussed. What was the first thing we hit? I'm just going to kind of do.
We were still run. We were still basically running through, trying to figure out the time sequence.
From 67 to 70. Really? 10
Wow.
years. Wow. Like I said, guys, I learn a lot. So it started off, and he starts off with these questions. What work did Elvis have done at the dentist the day before he died? And so he has references from different people, from different books, like Larry Geller's book, Dr. Nick's book, from what Dr. Nick said, from Billy Smith, all these different things. And they talk about what he did at the dentist. And then they get into prescriptions. What kind of prescriptions was he given? Chapter 2, the death scene. Where was Elvis's body found? It's so in depth, and it's just intriguing. And I know there's a lot of you out there that love stuff like this. I know Vangello does this. She really gets into it too. And Tracy and a lot of you. I mean, most of you, anybody, and it was I think it was one of our best book chat discussions we've ever had.
Yeah, you know what it is about this kind of thing? Well, especially this subject for me, over and above the fact that it has to do with Elvis, I think the thing about it is I like the possibility of stumbling on something that's going to point me in some sort of direction. I know there's a lot of conflicting stuff out there from a lot of people, but
Yeah.
it's like almost like that isn't known far outweighs what is known. And I always believe that with any situation, uh, with any quote unquote case of that nature, uh, there's always little roadmaps in the known facts. It's just you have to be able to look at it in such a way and interpret it because that which is known is going to give you an indication towards that isn't known.
Right.
So it's almost like uh, all the answers are there somewhere. It's just we not we're not able to see them yet because there's still too much noise.
Yeah, and what I
Or
like about this discussion with decoded and conspiracy is it's a total different thing than when we were talking about Priscilla and when you talk about Donna. That's kind of a heated thing. That's just kind of a turns your stomach type of thing. This doesn't. This doesn't. What this does is it fascinates me.
Yes.
You know, of all the people, and you know, we know that. You know, what's that? I forget what they call it, but you know, you get a line of 10 people and you whisper in the ear at one end, you know, a something, and then by the time it gets to the 10th person, it's totally freaking different.
The message that comes out is totally
Yeah.
Vangelo's got a 100%. She says it's like a detective that looks at a cold case and catches something everyone else has missed.
Yeah, Vangelo's the one
Exactly.
that is the one that helped me with the information that we did on who was it? What was it we did, Vangelo? We had a discussion about I can't remember. She'll remind me. We talked about something a few weeks ago. Telephone game. Thank you. That's what they call it. Yeah, I've heard of Chinese whispers too. But this Wednesday, we're going to be starting at the point. Now, if you don't have this book, let me know and I'll share it with you off of my Google Drive, and you can go through it and you know make your own notes or whatever. So this is where we start next week. This week. Oh, go ahead, Cam. What were you going to say?
It's definitely um what's the word I'm looking for? It's definitely
Yeah, Preston Courts. That was what was.
a good one to have in the collection. But you know what I find strange though is that they don't have it available in PDF or Kindle version.
Yeah. But I do have I scanned the book and I put it in PDF because I didn't want to. Way I am with books. Before I started doing PDFs, is I tagged them, I marked them, I highlighted them all through. By the time I'm through, the book looks like it, you know, like my dog Bailey got it and threw it in the backyard for a little bit. I mean, so I scanned the book and I put the book on my shelf because I like to keep it that way. Plus, it was the book was a gift to me from Joanne, one of our viewers, and so because I mentioned somebody had mentioned to me I should look into the book. And I thought, well, I'll have to find it. I couldn't find it. Well, she found it. And there are some sites that you can find the book if you want the hard copy. But if you want a PDF, I'll put it up on my Discord so that you can do it. And say I can't put conspiracy up there because it's too large. So I'll put it on Google Drive. And if you want to look at it, you want it to just to review it, be part of this, have fun with this, man. We spent 2.5 hours discussing it. It went like that. It was, I mean, it was over with. Okay, so we're starting with did Ginger Alden really discover Elvis's body at 2:20 p.m. given that most of the sources mention a time closer to 2 p.m. Now, this one's gonna float your giblets. What I'm about to tell you. Okay, and these are just teasers I'm going to give you because okay, let me close that one. Okay, I'm getting that sound again. You hear that hum?
No.
Okay, it's just on my end. I'm not gonna worry about it then. I'll figure it out later. All right, so I'm gonna open up conspiracy here, and I don't understand where that driver. You don't hear the hum?
Not at all.
That's all right, Patty. I know it's a holiday week, so I know that a lot of people are gonna be doing stuff. Okay, so stop it, man. All right, so here we go. I'm gonna share a few things on this book because you guys are gonna. I think you guys will like this. All right, so I need to shrink it down a little bit. All right. It's freaking pissing me off, that hum. It's just something. There's got to be some kind of interference somewhere. I've never had that hum before. Not my microphone.
There, it's gone. I hear it, but very, very faint. It's gone now.
Okay, yeah, it's gone. All right, so it's going to be hard to read this, but I'm going to tell you by scanning through it. Here's a few things that I found out, and it's going to be fascinating when we go through it. So it talks about. There's one section I just found. I just kind of just was going through the PDF and looking at highlights and all that, and there was this one section that was talking about that when he died, and the National Enquirer's involvement, and supposedly, which I don't think is true, and I don't know how it's going to wash out with Dick Grobe and his investigation, but supposedly Ginger Alden's mother called National Enquirer when everything happened to
It
sell a story.
It wouldn't surprise me.
Yeah. But one part of it was one part said that she actually called the National Enquirer before he died. For heart, yeah, okay. For heart, did you put that up, Kim?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, good. Yeah. Okay, thanks for doing that. Yeah. So if you want a
And
heart,
it's
get it there.
it's a good price too. It's like $13.
Yeah, but once again,
So,
if you want a PDF, let me know because it's easier for me to highlight it and all that. But this book here, it's 670 pages long. So
wow.
this is going to be interesting, and I don't know. I'll probably be 70 by the time we get through this. But this is chapter 16. Let me see if I can. I'm going to take it all the way up to the beginning here for a second. Okay, conspiracy. You can tell I scanned it, but I tell you what, this is scanned on my cell phone.
Yeah, it came out pretty
Yeah,
good.
comes out pretty good considering. He wrote this 2 years after Elvis died.
Wow.
So everything is fresh.
Mm.
See, 1979 by Richard Grobe. And right here when it starts. Here, I'm going to show you the table of contents. There's a foreword by Judge Sam Thompson. I don't know if that's the same Sam Thompson.
Yeah, he did become a judge eventually in Memphis. Yeah.
Yeah, I think what happened is there was something running here in the house that gave me a hum. That didn't sound good, did it?
Well, at least somebody's getting a hum.
But there's some discussions. There's some prologues by some people that are very reputable. Sam Thompson, Marion Cox, Janelle McComb, who knew Elvis when he was 3 years old.
Yeah.
Part 1, the Genesis, the beginning. Who in the hell is why now? Okay, chapter 2, setting the stage. I mean, there's a lot here, and then it goes hour by hour. 30. That's at 12:30, 1:30, 5:30, 7:30, and it breaks it all down, minute by minute. They talk to there's interviews and discussions with everybody involved at the hospital, the ambulance drivers, the time the phone calls came through, who called the ambulance. I wanted to sit here and read the book, but to be honest with you, I was doing this last night after we did the watch party. I took a little nap, but I put this up, and what was it? I was probably about 8 o'clock that I woke up from my nap, and I started getting into this and getting the show ready today, and I was in this book until 1:30 in the morning going through it and reading stuff on it. I had to put it away because I would sit here and read the whole book all in one straight stretch. But I mean, let me catch up on some. Good Lord, there's 217 comments I haven't even looked at yet. All right, so guys, I want to catch up. I'm sorry. Is this Decoded or Dick Grove's book that breaks the times down? It's Dick Grove's book. I read at one time that Ginger, after she found out, got dressed, did her makeup, and just sat before. Supposedly, she woke up 3 different times before she finally checked on him. Physically. Jerry says, my wife is vacuuming. My wife's not home. So if she's vacuuming in the restaurant right now.
You know what my theory?
Something running, because that's the first time I've ever had that noise.
My theory on it is this: there's a lot of people that are known to us, people that have said things, right?
That's all right, Charlie.
A lot of people know a shitload more than they are.
Oh. And you know what the problem is?
That they're leading on.
Sam Thompson's still alive, but Dick Grobe and Jamel McComb's not. A lot of these people, is Dick Grobe still alive? I don't think so.
No.
But yeah, I'm sorry, I'm going back and forth on this. But if you look at the contents, it's just like they go through it. They talk about the you know what? Let's go to the pictures. The pictures really came out really good when I scanned them.
I think he passed away recently, within the last 5 years or something.
I know. You guys don't watch the screen; you'll get dizzy. We'll have to call it. Every once in a while, you see my thumb over the corner holding the paper down so I can scan it. I had to cut my thumb out. If you see it pop in there every once in a while.
Yeah.
But I was able to scan 100 pages in 30 minutes at a time, so it wasn't too bad. I rigged up something to make it go quick.
Good.
Okay, where's the pictures? Okay, these are the black and white ones. He's got some pretty good pictures. Some of them I've never seen, but I'm sure Kirsty's seen a lot of them. I have no idea who those two girls are, but they are butt ugly.
Yeah, they are what I would call fugly.
They're ucking fugly, yeah. A young Elvis, 1955, backstage of the Louisiana. Look at how young he looks there, guys.
Mm-hmm.
Holy shit. I don't know what that is. That's the author's wedding ceremony. So I guess that's when he got married. I don't know what she... yeah. Anyway. Elvis, I guess that's with the bride. Man, she's wearing a pretty damn short skirt, huh? Way to go, Dick Grobe. There he is. She looks like a little kid there.
Mm.
Look how skinny she is.
You wouldn't want to hug her too tight. You'd break her in two.
Yeah.
There's no meat on those bones.
See, I've never seen these pictures before. These must have come from his own personal. He passed
collection
in 2020. Yeah, it was recently. Thanks, Kyle. Elvis looks on while the author and his new wife something gives. Okay, looks like we get. I don't know who that woman is. Elvis and the wife of a member of the Palm Springs. Someone there. Oh my God. That's what the wife looks like today. I know.
That looks like
what did it say? The mugshot shown in Elvis and the guys before the fake shout out in Vegas. This got something to do with Vegas. He looks like he came out of the movie Easy Rider. Well, we know what that's from.
Mm-hmm.
That's in rehearsals, but look at his face. Look how chunky that picture makes him look. But we know that in the rehearsals he was not like that.
Mm-mm.
I got to get to the color pictures. They're really good. But I think these pictures were from his personal collection, which, of course, his book's been out since 1979, so I'm sure that they've made the rounds. My thumb. Okay, here we go. There's Dick Grobe, I guess. The author on Christmas. There's Dick and his wife. I don't know who these people are. That's Dick Grobe there. Charlie and somebody. I can't read. That's Sheila Ryan. Damn, didn't look like her. Now, so the crowd is beginning to gather. This is after the official announcement that Elvis had died, and they're starting to gather. So For most of you that watch me, I was there, but I didn't get there. That's at 3 p.m. in the afternoon. I got there at midnight, and that whole area right there was just jammed. It was like that all the way around, all the way to the end, and I stood at the end of the wall. If you're standing there looking at the gates and you turn right to follow the wall, you get all the way to the corner. That's where I stood in that line. And it was freaking humid. But people. But you know what the cool thing was? I'll catch up on the comments here in a second. The people weren't rude. People were hot and they were sick and they were passing out because of the heat. They were crying. But the cool thing is you're standing in the line, and where do you go take a piss? Where do you get something to eat and drink? Well, it was a street that had restaurants and all that. So there were different groups, and there was this one lady that was there, and then there was two guys, and we kind of grouped together and talked about where we were from and all that. And what would happen is when we were hungry, we wanted something to drink, one of us would just go out and get it and come back. So, and then they started passing out water to everybody, and then people started passing out, so they put them out on the Graceland lawn. But these are, this brings back memories because this is what it really looked like. And then I left before they started. I couldn't do it. I was just recently married. My wife, we found out. I'm surprised I stayed married her as long as I did. The day before Elvis died, my wife told me she was pregnant with our first child. And the next day, I hop on my motorcycle and I drive to Memphis. She was so pissed. Her dad was more pissed. You see the ambulance there. They're taking care of the people that were passing out. There's the line to go through.
These are nice pictures.
Yeah.
These kind of pictures are cool to see because they're pictures that you don't see.
30,000 people saw his body.
Good Lord.
Yeah, because Vernon extended the time because there were people still, so he went ahead and extended the time. I don't know, maybe another 4, 5, 6 hours or something. But evidently, I was gone before they opened the door and started, or maybe they just started. But I was starting to get a little sick, and I got to thinking, I got to go home. And I did, I wouldn't have wanted to see the body anyway. I didn't see my dad's body. I didn't see anybody. My son, I held my son till, anyway. That's a different story. So I didn't want to see him. I always wanted to keep in mind the last time I saw my dad and all that. Anyway, I digress. But yeah, I mean, these are great pictures. I mean, especially from Dick Grobe. But anybody seen these pictures? Unless you've had the book, I don't think these were released. That's just, it's just really, I've seen the pictures that they put up where it was all the people were already there, and all those pictures. But that just wasn't real to me. What I experienced. So I see these pictures; they bring back memories. There's the gatehouse. There's the gates. This is all inside Graceland. I'm sitting here pointing to the pictures like you guys can see what I'm doing. Zelisa Marie in Los Angeles, August 16th. Shirley, I don't know what. Shirley Dew is at the top of the stairs. They must be. There's Joe Esposito. Earl Pritchett, not Presley, Pritchett. I think that's what's her father. Joe. Here's Dick. Joe.
There's
book. I've never seen these pictures before. But like I said, if you guys want a copy of it on PDF, just email me. I'll let you know. I'll post it. It is posted on my my drive, but I'll send a link to where you can look at it. And there's look how many people are having to carry that 900-pound coffin with Elvis in it. Just
How
say
many
Elvis.
are
Just say Elvis was 250. That thing was more than a half a ton.
which, if you really think about it, 250 is not really that heavy given his height. Anyway,
No, he was bloated, and you know
he was.
when you're bloated, it doesn't show as much when you weigh as when you're big because of fat.
His BMI was a little bit high, but it wasn't. It wasn't like everybody makes out that he was grotesquely obese. He wasn't.
Yeah, what I meant, Tracy, I think is part of his collection. Yeah, that's a good point. I wasn't clear about that. I just think this was all part of his personal collection. I bet after death, the bloat subsided. That's an interesting.
It always does. It always does because there's.
But the
But I
great
mean, like that picture up at the top,
that one.
one up. Yeah, that one.
Oh, the mausoleum. Yeah.
Yeah, from it's like there you can really like get with these pictures. You can actually get a feel of the hugeness of it all. Although you see it in video footage, but you don't really have a you can't really you don't really have a tangible uh, comparison point
Right.
to compare to until you see it like in this kind of setup. Then you can kind of say, okay, wow, that's really a shitload of people.
I'm trying to make these a little bit bigger so we can see them. They don't have to see our faces right now.
I wonder who that guy in the back is there.
What, with his head down?
Yes.
Pallbearers. I can read it better here, can I? Pallbearers carry the casket. The temporary resting place. No, it doesn't say who. You know, these pictures are fascinating. Look at the garbage.
Jeez.
And I'd say that's after they moved him to Graceland. Yeah. You know, this stuff still feels it's been, what is it, next year? 49 years?
49 years.
And it's one of those things that stays in your memory forever, and it doesn't seem like it's been that long when you think about great aerial pictures. Look at these.
It also goes to show, though, how much Graceland has changed.
Aren't these guys a lovely group? Mugshots of top to bottom. These are the guys that supposedly tried to steal his body. They're a lovely group, huh? Look at them.
Yeah.
I don't think. I wonder if they know what comb means.
I guess not.
There's the press interviewing Dick.
I mean, look at this. It just goes to show how much Graceland has changed over the years.
Oh,
too.
yeah. There's another collection of pictures somewhere in here. But this book's fascinating. You guys come on and join us in the discussion because it's a great discussion. And it's just so, and it's so, what's the word? There's no arguments. There's no you're wrong or anything like that. There's points and everybody's got an opinion about something, maybe a little bit different, but it's just fascinating to have this. For me, it's fascinating. Yeah, I would do this even if there's one viewer comes, watches, and wants to discuss it because it's fascinating. Wow, I see. I've never seen that picture. Photo courtesy of Sandy Miller tells who took these pictures.
We've seen that one before.
These are all from Sandy Miller. That's a cool picture. That's in L.A.
Hmm.
The Red Phoenix. You know, even when he doesn't know he's being photographed, that he's still photogenic. I love those two-piece suits, man. Yeah, I'll send it to you, Geraldine. I'll send you the link, and you can download it because it's too big to email. It's 700. It's 571 megabytes. If it was
Jeez.
under 500, I'd be able to just upload it to Discord. You guys could take it from there.
Hmm.
But I'll do that.
But it's because it has images contained also, that's why.
That's the suit he wore when I saw him in Atlanta.
I mean, look at that picture. Now, somebody that's really uneducated and stupid ass would say, "Oh, but he looks so terrible." But look at that picture. He doesn't look. He doesn't. Yeah, he looks a little bit. You can see he's suffering a little bit with water retention. But overall, he doesn't look like, the word I used previously, like the press like to portray him that time, grotesquely obese.
Yeah, hold on a sec. I gotta check something real quick. Like that. I gotta check on my puppies. All right. When they're quiet, I know they're in the back eating something of mine. I've seen that picture before. Oh, that's interesting. I don't think I've seen that one. I don't think I've ever seen that jacket before.
No, I haven't seen this one.
I first went to Graceland in 1993, 25 days before Aunt Delta passed. Went again May 24th, was upset because the gates were not lit up.
It's like something you said a couple seconds ago too. Like most of these pictures, we all know that that's how he used to cruise around in his off time. But even in the pictures that he was caught wearing a sweatsuit or whatever the case may be, it could be a powder blue sweatsuit with having wet hair and barefoot. Not that he was ever barefoot, but I mean he could walk around in a sweatsuit and he would still look good.
Yeah, look at this. He's in the sundial, and he's smiling. You could tell he's happy. Once
Yeah.
again, he just looks a little puffy and all that. He doesn't look like, he doesn't look like Jabba the Hutt. So then they
No.
start discussing the coffin photo about who took it. But we found out that it was one of Elvis's distant cousins that took the picture, from what I understand. But he gets into this. I mean, look, these are all discussions, and he's got them all. He must have transcribed them from a recording. But it talks about Ginger. I'm trying to find that one thing that if I should have highlighted it. Damn it! But the part where it talks about the ambulance drivers, and then it talks about whatever her name was, Ginger Allen's mother. She'd already started looking into, a windfall.
And in my opinion,
They did.
She knows way more than she's letting on.
Yeah, I don't, her, Priscilla, and Miss Pritchett that's it. I love that sound. So, anyways, that's enough of that book because we're not going to be able to read it right here, but you can't read it. But, join us Wednesday, 3:00. It's a great discussion. We're going to continue with Dakota, and I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to reference points from conspiracy to this one because if I do this book, then I go to conspiracy. we'll have more episodes than Gunsmoke ever had, which whatever series had a bunch of episodes. So I will. Okay, Natalie, I'll get it to you too. So I don't think there's
Here,
any more pictures. But here, what am I paying? That's only page 416. Look what we're at. You know, see, I don't know if there's any more pictures.
here's a curveball. If the document were to be made public, let's
What's
say
that? What's that?
if for whatever reason, because it will eventually get to the point where it becomes public record because of the statute of time or whatever. But if the autopsy report were ever to become public, like under the Freedom of Information Act or whatever the case may be, or the statute of time is expired or whatever, it becomes public knowledge. How many of you guys out there would be interested in reading it?
I'm raising my hand.
Mm.
This is a book called Cause of Death, and it talks about the author of this. Who's the author? I forget who it was. He's a leading forensic expert. He worked on JFK, RFK, Mary Jo Kopechne, who Kennedy killed, Jeffrey McDonald. But he does. I just cut out the section of covering up for the king. So I'm gonna highlight some points in here, and I'm gonna share it on Wednesday. But it discusses his opinion based upon what he read through the examination. The autopsy will not be released as it was private autopsy paid for the family. The only thing, yeah, you're right. The actual autopsy will never be released unless Riley says you can release it. She's the only one that
Well,
can release it.
well, let's put it this way. Uh, Never is a long time, and I guess in 1963 when Kennedy was assassinated, they also said a lot of things would have never come out and all the rest of it. And 60, 70 years down the line, a lot of shit's coming out. Have we seen all the shit with regard to that? No, but a lot more shit has come out than whatever. So eventually, at some point in time, it's gonna come out. But is it gonna come out in our time? In our lifetime?
I don't
I
think
don't
it'll
think
come
so.
out. I don't think
No.
it'll come out until after Riley's lifetime, to be honest with you.
But it will eventually.
Because I'm
Eventually.
pretty sure that Lisa Marie had discussions with Riley about all this personal stuff and made it very clear that it's not to be released. Now, Riley I trust as far as respecting Lisa Marie.
It might not come out even in Riley's time, but maybe in her kid's time.
But there's pictures and all that, and I'm sure it's all part of the, and then there's this one right here, The King is Dead. Now, this is interesting to read. This is a breakdown. There's a book called The King is Dead. It's written by a guy who discusses Robert Kendall, who was involved in the autopsy, or he was the medical examiner. Let me read.
Robert Kindle, no, he was the director of the funeral home.
Yeah, I got the names wrong on that. So this is all broken down from the book. It talks about at 10:30 he attends a dental appointment. 12 o'clock he returns to Graceland. 2:15 reported medication administered by step brother. Erratic sleep patterns. That's at 2:15 a.m. That's 12 hours before he was discovered. Early afternoon, Elvis found unconscious, pronounced dead. Later at the hospital, crowds and then the next day. It breaks it all down from the book, which let me tell you something. Anybody can find that book. You're going to be, you can't find the book. Anybody that's got it are selling it for like $1,000. And that's one book there's two books that decoded two of the book. There's like 35 books that decoded references. I mean, it's like they reference, the Memphis Mafia by Atlanta. And what they do is they just reference a lot of comments from different people. Well, they referenced this book, and you can't find it. It was published, very limited publishing. It's very difficult to find. I've searched everywhere, and I just wish I just wish they would re-release it. I would love to read that book. Kyle, honestly, it doesn't matter if it came out or not. It's not going to change the fact that he's gone. Yeah, no, I agree. I have no interest in reading the autopsy report. I have more interest in.
I would, from a medical perspective.
Yeah, from a medical perspective. I don't think the autopsy report has any bearing on the stuff that we're discussing. I mean, it's done. I don't know. So, anyways, I'm promoting Wednesday. I think it'll be a great one. I think we're going to have fun with that one, or at least a great discussion. So join us. Let me know. Email me if you want a copy of it. Any of the other books that I have that are part of this, I'll put them up on the drive and you can access them. So anyway, yesterday, let's end it on a kind of a positive note. So for those of you who were with us yesterday, when we got kicked off, and I thought it was the movie. I thought it was the video that we were playing of the Christmas at Graceland that Riley put together a couple of years ago. And because I had, the timing was so funny, because I had uploaded it. But what I do is when I want to play a video, I upload it to YouTube just to see if they pop up with anything that would block the video, and if they do, then I don't play it. And I just delete it. I never put it out published. So this one I uploaded, everything's fine. The owner allows us to use the content. So I thought, okay, cool. Kyle in the comments says, "Hey man, watch out. That you might get kicked off playing that." And I said, "No, I checked it out, told him what I do." I don't think
7 minutes later.
I don't think 2 minutes went by. We were kicked off.
Yeah.
But for those of you who were with us, we got kicked off because we played the trailer for Epic, which I've played half a dozen times and never been affected. That's what kicked us off, because afterwards they blocked the whole video, and they sent me an email saying that it was blocked because of 48 or 50 seconds, whatever long that trailer is, a minute or whatever. They blocked it because
10 minutes and 30.
Yeah. So because Kyle jinxed you. What did I say, Eric again? So Kyle, so I'm sitting here thinking, shit, I just told Kyle it's not going to happen, and but anyways, what I did is, when YouTube sends that to me, you have the option that they will go ahead and trim it out, that section that's got it blocked, and I did a minute and a half. All I did was take out that trailer, and it's back up there, but we didn't play the whole video. So for those of you who want to watch it, here we go. I'm gonna play it now. We're gonna be upbeat. It's Christmas. It's Christmas week, and so I'm starting it from the beginning. It's only 40 minutes long because all the commercials have been deleted, and we didn't get to the parts that I really liked. So sit back, pop some popcorn, and we'll discuss it too. But I know some of you weren't with us, so let's go. Let me make sure. I'm going to end with this thing, so maybe make sure I got everything else covered. I've got that. We talked about the books. See, I did a better planning today. Hey, and for those of you who came in late, what do you think of our new background on the main page? Walla, 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 walla. So I thought it was pretty cool. Movies, we've done all that. There's done that. So where's Graceland? It's got to be on Zoom movie. Oh, here we go. All right, guys. Let me take that out. And here, Christmas at Graceland.
There are so many amazing artists who have come down to Graceland tonight for this special holiday show. The crowds are gone, and we have been given the keys to Graceland after dark. Can you believe this is the first time ever that live music is going to be broadcast from Elvis's home?
The Warren Trinity.
Man, this place is beautiful this time of year. It's magical. You can feel the presence of the king himself.
It being the time of year that it is, I'd like to do my favorite Christmas song of all the ones I've recorded. Well, it's Christmas time, pretty baby. And the snow is falling on the ground. Yes, I said it's Christmas time, pretty baby.
Dum dum. Big bye, y'all. Thanks for joining us.
The words of the song, I wish I knew the words, I wish I knew the words.
Don't worry, I got you, Elvis. Elvis has always made me feel like I could step outside of the box, whether he was shaking his leg or wearing whatever he wanted. I am so excited to celebrate two of my favorite things at the same time, Elvis and Christmas. Santa Claus is back in town, baby.
Well, it's Christmas time, pretty baby. And the snow is falling on the ground. Well, it's Christmas time, pretty baby. And the snow is falling.
Yeah, I agree with Satnam too.
Santa Claus is back in town. Got no slow with reindeer, no sack on my back. You're gonna see me coming in a big pink Cadillac. Oh, it's Christmas time, little baby. Oh, and the snow is falling on the ground. Well, you've been real good, little baby. Santa Claus is back in town.
Lana was horrible.
Hang up your pretty stockings and turn off the light. Santa Claus is coming down your chimney tonight. Oh, it's Christmas time, pretty baby, and the snow is falling on the ground. Well, you've been real good, little baby. Santa Claus is back in
Welcome to Graceland. It's so special for us to have music back in the house, and I'm so excited to introduce this beautiful performance by Lana Del Rey.
Stand by. And cue Lana.
Well, we are so grateful. It's a dream to be here at Graceland. We're going to do a rendition of Unchained Melody. And I know that that was one of Elvis's favorite covers by the Righteous Brothers. And we particularly like his performance at Rapid City. So
2 years
we're going
ago,
to channel
Nancy.
that. And we hope everybody has a really great Christmas.
My darling, I hungered for your touch a long, lonely time, and time goes by so slowly, and time can do so
what Riley did, Nancy. Riley.
I need your love. Godspeed your love to me.
You're right, Kyle.
Lonely rivers flow to the sea, to the sea.
I could do a better job.
To the open arms of the sea. Lonely riverside, wait for me, wait for me. I'll be coming home, wait for me. My love, my darling, I hungered for your touch a long, lonely time. It goes by so slowly, and time can do so much. Are you still mine? I need your love. I need
Well, you'd be surprised how good of a poker player I am.
Godspeed your love to my love, my darling. I've hungered for your touch. Are you still mine?
No, no, no.
That was lovely.
Got it.
Stand by EVSA and roll EVS.
I love Elvis. I love everything about Elvis, even Graceland. We all love that. But my best memory of Elvis is when Elvis was
Love
on
Dolly
the first
Parton.
time on television on the Ed Sullivan Show back when I was probably 10 years old. We didn't have a television. Me and a few of the girls sneaked off, and we sneaked through the woods, through the bushes, to look in the window of this person that did have a TV just so we could see Elvis. And that was the most magical moment I've ever seen. Never knew sex appeal, never knew what it meant to move that pelvis like Elvis till then.
Well, they did it to us. They blocked it.
Seriously?
Seriously.
What the hell is the problem?
We'll be back on in a second, and we're just going to end it. Unbelievable. Unfreaking believable.
Yeah, I agree with Natalie too on this one.
I don't think I can go through Lana Del Rey again on anything. That was horrible.
Mm.
It'll kick back in a second. We'll be back here. Give us a few minutes to go through the cycle, and then Unbelievable. You know. Anyway, I guess we're close to closing off anyway. So let me wait till this gets on, and we'll. I'm not going to put this on Zoom. Come on, put us back on. There we go. We're back. All right, guys. Well, yeah, I'd never heard of Lana Del Rey before this. Now, the first girl, she's the one that played in Yellowstone, right? What's her name?
Yeah.
Anyway, she's good. She's got a good voice. I mean, she's pretty good. I really like Post Malone's what he did. He did what was the song he did? Devil in Disguise, was it? Or
Yeah.
and then he jumped in the pool. Well, guys, I think we had a good time today. I can't believe we got kicked off with that because they said, well, I upload. Anyways, I guess they proved me a liar, huh? Join us on Wednesday, Decoded. We're ready, man. You know, there's only one thing I got to say about that whole thing. There you go, YouTube. Thank you very much. What other stuff have I got here to get him? I gotta give her something.
Dear Georgie, you little cocksucker.
That's Elvis, by the way. And then last but not least. Can you guys hear me? Lainey Wilson, thank you. Yeah, I looked her up afterwards. I think it was that one. And also Kane Brown. I understand he does a lot of country, so I got to look him up. John Legend, I would rather have a colonoscopy than listen to him. I can't stand the man. Plus, he's married to one of the dumbest people I've ever seen. One really dumb woman. But anyway, I shouldn't be so nasty. I'm feeling good today. This has actually been a pretty good day for me. First really good day in a couple of weeks. You know,
Stupid is as stupid does, man.
Oh, so you guys, for those of you who are following me on my journey, so I've been trying to figure out how I'm going to be able to use my camera when I get it moving around. So I ordered one, and it attaches to my head. I'm going to walk around with my camera like that. And I'm going to be walking around.
Oh, speaking of your journey, I've been dying to ask this question the whole show. Oh, there's a sound back. How's the knot?
It's still numb.
Oh, shit.
I don't even know if it still exists. Okay, so now I'm transparent. I'm sorry, guys. I haven't eaten today, so I'm eating salt-free crackers. I apologize. Hold on a second. I was going to eat them while we were watching the video.
Well, I guess YouTube sorted that for you.
So anyway, for those of you who don't know, what, about 3 days ago?
Yeah,
I
Friday
got up.
night.
My wife was at work, and I got up to move around, do a few things, and I kind of lost my balance. And I fell back, and my ass landed right on the arm of my chair, which I don't know how to describe it. but it shoved my left testicle up in me. And it's been hurt every time I move. It's actually getting a little bit better. I don't know why I'm telling you all this.
My
I'm
eyes are
supposed to
tearing
be
up just
desperate.
thinking about.
But it's just like every time I move, it's just like it hurts. The first night, man, I get any sleep, man. My wife gave me a painkiller, and that knocked me out. And right now, I'm not really in any pain, but how dumb can I be? For 67 years, and now I'm a numb nut. Sorry, guys. Sorry, I've been numb for 20 years there laughing. We're going to start getting a discussion of who's got numb nuts. I don't think we're going to. Nerve damage is a witch. W and Rick, the numb nut band. Oh, boy. I started it, didn't I? Thank you, Cam. Thank you for asking me that question.
I was just concerned.
I'll let y'all know if it ever comes back. Now, if I lose the right one, anyway, I've always said I'd give it left nut for that, but I didn't get anything for it. So, you know how you say, man, I'd give it left nut to be able to go see Elvis in concert.
Look at Natalie's one's even better.
Blue balls. Yeah. Anyway, I can't believe I'm sitting here discussing this here, and I haven't even been drinking. I haven't had any of my gummies. I take gummies to help relieve some of the pain. They work really well. What do we got?
Well, Patty's made a good medical diagnosis.
Oh yeah, it wouldn't hurt if it was numb. That's a very good point. I didn't know that they could move like that. I never realized it. So anyway, I don't know. Somewhere it shifted. And I know. Okay, let's change the subject. I'm glad. You know what?
Oh my God. I really need my coffee this morning.
All right, guys, listen. We've been on for 2 hours. I've had fun. This has been a fun. We've had some good live chats the last couple of days. Thanks, guys. Okay, remember, we got a busy week this week. Don't have anything going on tomorrow as of this point, unless something pops up. Maybe it's Christmas week. I might do a radio show tomorrow for something. It depends on how I feel. Tuesday, Zoom. This is Elvis. You want to watch This is Elvis and have a great chat and some fun? Join us. I'll send you the link. It's on Discord. I put it in Discord, but if you're not, join our Discord. We have great discussions and share a lot of things on there. It's really great. I'm up to 40 people on there, and I'm excited about that. I just started it, about 6 months ago?
No, it's not even that far.
Yeah. And so the Zoom, man, we all sit, we watched a movie, and we don't get kicked off. It's all private. We could watch any movie you guys want to watch. I mean, we could watch this, but I don't know. I don't think I could sit through another Unchained Melody with Lana Del Rey or John Legend stuff, but I wouldn't want to see Post Malone.
Kyle wants to know about the Shauna thing.
Okay, so thank you for reminding me, Kyle. So Shauna and I, and Kyle, well, I don't know, Kyle, are you going to join us, Kyle? I know you said something, but what we're going to do, Shauna was wanting to do something live and just positive. So we're going to
shoot the shit.
Just
shoot the shit kind of thing.
Yeah, we're just going to shoot the shit. We're going to talk about Elvis movies and have fun. Make it good. No negative stuff. No lawsuits. No, what else is out there? Money grabbing, ching girls, But so you'll be in the chat. Okay, so it's going to be Cam, me, and Shauna. And I'll find out the date. I'll discuss it with Shauna. She said she couldn't do it until after today. So we'll set a date. And maybe we'll just make it a part of our next watch party next Saturday. Maybe we'll just do that instead. Or we'll just add it. I don't know. We'll figure it out. I'll see what I could do it around any schedule. But so I could work around with Cam and Shauna, and we'll just do it. We'll talk about Elvis movies, our favorite movies and songs, and it's an Elvis-a-thon. I don't think of a better term. You know.
Thank,
So
thank you.
thanks, Cal.
Thanks, Charlie.
Yeah, I really appreciate you reminding me. I meant to. I had it in. It was on my notes. That the last thing on my list, my to-do list, is Christmas at Graceland. And I'm crossing that fucker off.
Thanks, Charlie, for that. We appreciate that.
Howling
That's
Cat.
cool to know.
Sorry for anyone who likes her. Yeah, I think it'll be a fun discussion. So if you guys want to join us, it's going to be outside all the negative stuff, and we're just gonna, it's Christmas time. Let's have some fun. I don't know. You have anything else, Cam? Did y'all see Cam's video? Did I put the short with him going to the store? Oh, did they see that? Do I even?
I don't know.
You know what? Let's do this. Let's share it with everybody. Okay, let me do this. I'm going to go to there. I'm going to go to there. And I'm going to go to, it's called Run, Scooby, Run.
Run, Forrest, run.
Yeah, that was kind of the. All right, so let's play this for everybody who might not have seen it. This will be the last thing we do today. One of the last things. What are you laughing about?
Lori.
What'd she say?
She's busting your other nut now.
What would a Elvis-A-Z live chat be without the long goodbye? That'd be a good title for a book. The long goodbye. I just had to figure out what it would be about, except for just saying goodbye. I'll just start at the book. Our beginning say, it's an introduction. Okay, I'm leaving now, and then I'll just keep saying that all through the whole book. Okay, it's time to go. Stupid shit like that. All right, here we go. I'm going to share this real quick. Run, Scooby, run. All right, is it in there? Let's move this up here. Let's make it fit. Pretty good. All right. And
no, it will be here, Natalie.
All right, here we go.
Bye.
This is for your test drive, right?
Yeah. And this is the first official on the move video from Scooby-Doo. As you guys can see, I'm leisurely cruising the town. I'm on my way to my friend's place of work. Gonna go say hello there. Just come back from the shopping mall. I went and cruised around there, checked out a couple of stores, and stores are crazy because it's that time of the year. I don't even know why I decided to go to the mall, but so be it. As you guys can see, this is now what it means to be on the move. Catch you later. Slowly burning up too, and I didn't even know it. I was like a turkey in the oven.
Yeah. All right, guys, I've had fun today. It's been a good one. We got kicked off, but I learned one thing: don't trust YouTube. When they tell you owners will let you go, I'll see what they say when they. You know what? Sometimes it could be just one of the artists in there that don't want it to go through. Because you're talking about a lot of different publishing companies there. But anyway, listen, guys, we'll see you Zoom party, the Zoom watch, or we'll be on Christmas. I know that a lot of people will be doing stuff, but if you get a chance just to pop in, say hello, Merry Christmas, or whatever, or New Year's, or actually, I'm going to do a live New Year's too. We're going to do a live chat. So on New Year's Eve, so that'll be 7 o'clock. That'll be 6 o'clock in the morning for you, Cam. So it's not like it's 3 o'clock in the morning. Like we did last year. We did a New Year's Eve party last year, a discussion. So we're going to do it again this year. So anyways, guys, thank you. And I have a song here somewhere that I'm going to play out. And it's nope, that's not it. There was a. I don't know. Is that it? Nope.
Whoa!
Oop, nope. Sorry. There went the left nut. Okay. So. All right, here we go. We're leaving. Have a good day. And if we don't see you before the holidays, have a great holiday. Thank you very much.
Bye, guys.